And unfortunately, to his great shame, our Prime Minister Morrison has sleepwalked into the plot and is poised to deliver government to Bill Shorten and the Senate balance of power to the Greens. Now more than ever, Pauline Hanson and One Nation needs your support.
I came into this role just over 2 years ago on the back of some luck and a little bit of naivety. But all the same, I was determined to do the right thing by you guys and by Western Australia. Politics is a funny business. I've caught some hard knocks along the way and continue to cop a few more, but that's okay. My humble beginnings have held me in good stead. But not being a career politician, I know what it takes to live day in, day out. Paying the bills, paying the mortgage, paying the council rates, putting the kids through school, getting a job and keeping that job. Life has gotten harder and certainly more expensive. And that's one of the real takeaway messages for me in the last couple of years. People come up to me all the time and tell me, I just want what's fair for me and my family. I've worked hard all these years, yet the cost of living increases year after year. And on top of all that, I've got the problem of the erosion of job security. How will I get ahead? How will my children get ahead? Well, I'll tell you guys how we get ahead. We invest in our own. We invest in our people. We invest in local jobs. We cut back immigration numbers and look after our own backyards first. We put our people who pay taxes and work 9, 10, 11 or 12 hours a day first. That's how we do it. Pauline and I came up with a plan. It's called the Apprenticeship Wage Subsidy Trial. It's a pilot program aimed at mum and dad businesses in the bush to hire apprentices. Now, I'll explain a little bit about this trial. It's about small business, supporting regional areas, and anyone who wants to take on an apprentice after January 1st this year, the first 3 years of their wages are subsidised by the government. So the first year apprentice wages is subsidised by 75% by the government, second 50% by the government, and the third year apprentice wages 25%. This is to help small businesses in regional areas who are doing it tough. I was in Wagen a couple of weeks ago. I spoke to a lot of people down there. They're doing it tough down there with jobs, and also helping training our local youths to have jobs and stay in the regions. I'm pleased to announce that the government took it on board and rolled out 1,630 places across Australia. Now, I don't want this to be a pilot program. I want to see this rolled out further across all apprenticeships across the whole country. Unlike Labor and the Greens, who just want to give out handouts to many, often who don't deserve it, it was actually we that create incentives which lead to local jobs. This is a One Nation policy. We did this, not Labor or Liberal or the others. And as I said, I don't want this to be a trial anymore. I want it to be extended, hopefully, to the metro areas across Australia. We need to invest in our youth, into our young people. We need to create work for them, and for the places that have shortages, and not bring in overseas workers. We've done all this. My office also was instrumental, with the help of Rob and Scott, in securing an MRI licence for Kalgoorlie Regional Hospital. These people in Kalgoorlie, Boulder and the surrounding areas have been crying out for an MRI machine for over 6 years. 6 years. They've had to jump in their cars, drive to Perth, catch flights to Perth to get a life-saving MRI. Also sometimes staying overnight and costing them money. It took 2 One Nation MPs in their first year of being elected to get this job done. I'm very happy to work with Rob and Scott, and congratulations on that great outcome, mate. And I ask, what was Rick Wilson doing about this all these years? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. It was One Nation listens to the people and fights for them in Parliament. We've also supported farmers' rights and primary producers. We forced the government to call a Royal Banking Commission, and I like to say my office, up till today, still today, is still working with these farmers to get good results from the bank, working behind the scenes. A lot of people don't know that, and a lot of people don't know what One Nation has achieved because we're not giving the opportunity and the media to get it out there. I forced the government to rebuild Mora Agricultural College, and we forced the government to cut immigration. It's not enough yet, but we're getting there. And the issue that's topical around this part of Perth, PFAS. We forced the government to commit $60 million compensation package for the victim of PFAS contamination. Now, if you don't know what PFAS is, it's a substance containing fire-fighting materials. This firefighting materials were used in a lot of RAF bases around Australia. It's leached into the soil, it's gone into the underground water supplies. I've heard stories of children being bathed in murky water, homes being delivered with bottled water because they can't drink local water supplies. This is happening in 2019, ladies and gentlemen. And what is the federal government and their local members of parliament doing about it? I can tell you now, it's absolutely nothing. Nothing. Before I go, I want to acknowledge these 4 wonderful candidates. They've been working tirelessly for many months and will continue to do so. To Tyler, Sheila, Sandy, thank you for your support and best of luck heading into the next election. Can I also thank our state executive and the party president, Paul Filing, for taking the MC duties today. Paul's been with us for a little less than a year and he's made a significant impact on how we operate here in Western Australia. And lastly, thank you all for coming down today. It's great to see everyone here. If you really want to make a difference, then let's vote for change. If you've noticed the events in the past week, you will realise that we do really have the guts to say what you're thinking. Again, thank you for your time and thank you for your support today.